Hello, I'm Pastor Matt Nettesheim, Grace Baptist Temple, and this morning I met with a group of about 10 people headed up to Richmond for the Virginia Gun Rights Rally. Now, it's cold out here. I'm thinking, why are you going up to Richmond? It's freezing. You know, I read in the paper that some of these people who are going up to Richmond, they're uninformed citizens who are dangerous. Some are neo-Nazis, some alarming militiamen. Is this true? Who are these people who are going to Richmond and why are they going? Have you ever heard of the term, if you do not know history, you're doomed to repeat it? If we were to go back about 250 years ago to the colony of Virginia, before the Constitution, before the United States had been formed, Virginia was controlled by the Crown of Great Britain. Did you know that Virginia had a state church? It was required by law for you to be Anglican, to give your tithes to the Anglican church. There were people living in Virginia at that time who believed that we should live our lives without the government controlling our minds and our homes. There was a man named Shubal Stearns who was part of the Separate Baptists in North Carolina. He was the pastor of the Sandy Creek Baptist Church, and a revival broke out that spread into Virginia. A man named Samuel Harris was saved in 1758. In 1759, he began to preach all over the region of Virginia, Culpeper, Virginia, preaching, persecution. There was times he was dragged about by his hair and beaten and thrown into prison. A man named John Leland led petitions in Virginia. He desired religious freedom. He said, we don't want to be a part of the Anglican Church. We want our freedom. At one time, he gathered enough signed petitions, so many signed petitions that they had to deliver them to the Virginia delegates in a wheelbarrow. These Baptists supported the Declaration of Independence and the Revolutionary War. They supported it if they would add a Bill of Rights that would include religious freedom, that would include a right to bear arms, to keep that freedom of religion. Did you know that it wasn't even until 1779 that the tithes to the state Anglican Church were abolished? Woo! My times have changed. These Baptists fought for the freedom to think, the freedom to believe the Bible, the freedom to raise their families as the Lord would have them. These Baptists fought for the First Amendment to our Constitution. Have you ever read it? Let me read it. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. These Baptists fought for the Second Amendment to our Constitution, which says, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So, why is there a group descending upon the Capitol there in Richmond today? Are they just a bunch of haters? Are they a bunch of neo-Nazis, dangerous militia men and women? Not the ones I met. The ones I met with this morning were men and women who love the God of the Bible. They desire the freedom to continue to believe it, to read it, to gather and assemble together and worship their God. They also have an understanding of history, that the government in times past has tried to control us to the point where that freedom was taken away. How about you? Do you want to go back to the day when the government controls your mind, tells you what you can and cannot believe, forces you to give money to a certain religion? I don't. Thanks for listening. God bless.